Flextronics is basically an end-to-end supply chain solutions company that focuses on co-innovation and co-enabling our customers to go from sketch to scale. Well, Flextronics enables and produces everything from whether it's a smart sensor in a car to a wearable device that monitors your heart rate and your activity, to smart devices in coffee machines. It really goes the full spectrum. I mean, we work in almost every industry from aerospace, medical, transportation, automotive, the consumer piece, industrials, and so some of what we do is direct and some of what we do is indirect through channel. So I think it's important to sort of redefine what is an industry term called the Internet of Things. And so our panel today was about the intelligence of things, sort of connecting the dots for you. And the reason we bring that up is information technology has changed products. We are in sort of the third major change in information technology that we've known from the 1960s. Then the advent of the internet in the 80s and 90s, and to today, this idea of the intelligence of things. The reason we say intelligence is the internet is really a mechanism to connect people and things and transmit information. That's been around, that's interesting, but really where the focus should be is on the things and this idea of smart connected living and intelligence. And with the advent of processing power and the miniaturization of devices and the cost structure coming down, all of a sudden now you have the capability to do what was once impossible. And that's that you have smart, intelligent devices that are now connected, that are in your world and producing useful information for you, producing utility for you. So we think it's probably one of the most exciting times in the information technology sector. Well, no, in healthcare we actually work with major healthcare companies. So we're one of the largest manufacturers of blood glucose monitors today, and those will certainly be innovated and co-innovated with our customers. And you're going to see very useful devices that I think produce great sort of results around preventative healthcare, right, not prescriptive healthcare, that allow you to monitor your body and yourself in a very real-time way that will provide information to your doctor, and I think you're going to see the ability to bring costs down at the same time be more preventative will be an outcome from intelligent things. And so, you know, products are going to change as we know them, and we're one of the largest manufacturers of products in the world. So what you find and what you'll see from a lot of these different trade shows where people are exposing you publicly to the intelligence of things sort of products is the ones that are novelty will go away. It's the ones that are useful. They're providing you useful data, they're providing you utility, they're making things easier, they're making things simpler, they're improving the quality of your life. I think there you're going to see those devices connected and providing real value to the end user. What the intelligence of things will change value streams. It will change industries and industry adjacencies. So I think it's going to be that disruptive that it is going to impact almost every business. Most companies today are very, very involved and interested in, and it's those companies, I should say, and I want to qualify this, that are collecting data, are very interested in security and privacy and the issues around that, and are addressing that. I mean, it's not something that people do not recognize. That said, certainly as you think about now, all these other devices connected in this real world, that becomes a more important issue. And I think you'll see that addressed in the near term with companies that are very focused on providing just that. So I think that's part one. Part two, I think you're going to see the consumer at the end of the day define what they adopt and why they adopt it and which platforms. And so I think you'll see some level of some standards come into play relative to this intelligence of things ecosystem. And so at the end of the day, the consumer controls its destiny. We've seen that in many different industries over the course of our lifetime. Which ones actually survive, which operating systems, which channels survive, which don't. And it really is about, are you providing a service that has value to the customer? If they're giving up data and information on themselves to you, are you providing a product or a service that provides real value to them? And they will vote by adoption, and they'll vote with their pocketbooks. So at the end of the day, they control their destiny. When you think about, and I don't know the exact percentage of all mobile phone users in the world and how many have adopted smart technology, I think you'd be surprised by that percentage of the total mobile phone population. So you still have choice. You always have choice. You have choice to participate or not participate. And so at the end of the day, I think the consumer owns their destiny, and collectively as a crowd will determine the success or failure of products and services. No, I think what you'll see in the Internet of Things are the challenges around standardization, the challenges around data. There'll be a lot more of it, a lot more certainly to manage. I think the idea of co-innovation and building a marketplace of innovation where industries cooperate with each other to move quickly, because as we know, speed to market is also very important to products and services. So I think you're going to see that this idea of co-innovation take place. And I think that's one of the most exciting things, because most industries innovate within their industry. I think you're going to find now that industries cooperate, and I think that's going to be a big paradigm shift and a pretty exciting one. You know, as we think about the 60s with the advent of the computer and the single sort of processing power that it had around single functions, whether it would be payroll, etc., payroll, accounting, was interesting. Then the internet comes, and all of a sudden the internet is about connectivity and about cross-sharing of information and being able to visualize and see real-time insights, right? And I think you're in the third sort of big change and disruption in the information technology community, called the intelligence of things, and it will disrupt and impact every industry, and it's going to create new industries. I came to DLD because I think it's a wonderful place to network. Some of the world's best thought leaders come here to share what they're working on next, to collaborate, and to understand what's happening in technology around the world and in digital around the world. And I think for me that's exciting, because you learn and you partner, and that's certainly what our company at Flextronics is about. So.